There are those whose nature precedes them, a will of such ferocity and rage that the world has no choice but to burn before them. But not all tyrants are born evil. Some are born into the arms of a loving family, given the best chances and taught the right morals, but choose to follow a path that brings the most pain to everyone they meet. Then there are those who suffer so much unrelenting tragedy that they see it as their destiny to put the world right, to put an end to the injustice, even if it means ruling with an iron fist, and committing such atrocities that those original injustices pale into insignificance, even if it means becoming something everyone despises. Even such a madman, though, may still have a friend, a loyal companion that would only ever see that tormented child, and do anything in order to protect them. Gods had begun. Humanity had all players deep and challenging, different is less likely to get me horribly Centuries ago, in a much different time, a child would be born, second born to a great ranger. While she deplored bloodshed, discouraging her children from following a path of violence, she was exceptionally skilled with her bow, and would be more than willing to use it to protect her family. Evidently, her skill had caught the attention of certain interested parties, and she would be sent on various missions for them. Each time she would have to leave the siblings alone, in the charge of the eldest brother. In return, she would be compensated handsomely, so that she may go on supporting her children. Only the youngest brother would often be left alone to fend for himself, whilst the elder was away pursuing his own dubious interests. In time, the ranger became aware of this, but it was already too late to do anything about. So upon finding a mysterious egg deep within the jungle temple during one of her missions, she took it back to her youngest child as a gift. It was her hope that while she was away, he would be able to raise whatever creature this was, for it to keep him company and protected. It wasn't much, but whatever it was, she hoped it would be a friend to her sweet, lonely little Yarim. Indeed, the young boy watched over the egg, caring for it the best he could while his mother was away. But before it could hatch, a great ordeal would befall him, shaping the boy's future forevermore. Yarim's brother, for his arrogance and the despicable activities he had been involved in, had condemned his whole family, and they were taken to the pits of the underworld, where each was in turn tossed into the lava for the sins of the eldest brother. Among the screams of his family, Yarim clutched the egg to his chest until it was his turn to feel the searing lava against his skin. As the egg sank into the molten rock though, something extraordinary happened. The heat caused the egg to crack and quickly hatch into a furious dragon that snatched Yarim from the lava. Though the boy was saved, his family had already been consumed by the lava. The boy was flooded with grief at the loss of his mother, plagued with pain from the burns covering the majority of his body. Soon it all merged into an intense hatred and contempt, not for the ones who had done this, but for the ones who had let it happen. Those who had sent his mother on missions, forcing her to leave them alone, allowing his brother to fall in with the wrong crowd. He had lost everything that was, other than the dragon, who was attempting to comfort the boy the best he could. Yarim knew then that this creature would not just be his salvation, but the makings of his retribution. Slowly he crawled onto the back of the dragon, who had come to be called Yaron. In his rage, Yarim ordered the dragon to the jungle temple, where together they would purge the corrupt leaders of the jungle, and Yarim would appoint himself king. A leader who knew what it was like to lose everything, one who knew pain. Yarim would adorn himself in shining gold armor to conceal his scars, and set about consolidating his power, all the time with Yaron at his side. For the dragon was much more than a mere pet. The light of the dragon's soul soothed Yarim's mind in its darkest moments, sustained his body when it was in pain, and extended his life far beyond its normal length. Over the ages, Yarim would butcher more than could be counted, devastate the world in ways never comprehended, and cause more pain to the people of Terraria than any single person ever had. He would become the mad tyrant king, under the misguided belief that he was any better than the corrupt leaders who had come before him. His mother would have been ashamed of him. Even his brother, with all his despicable tastes, would have found him disgraceful. And yet Yaron, the great jungle dragon, still remained, remembering only the badly burnt boy crying out in pain, desiring only to protect him until his last breath. Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and want to support the channel, then please consider subscribing and hit that bell so that YouTube might possibly inform you when a new video comes out. If you want to go that bit further, please feel free to support the channel on Patreon or go and buy some merchandise on Spreadshirt and Teespring. Links are all down in the description. Other than that, have a great day and I'll see you next time.